Hi, this is your 21st Century Pharmacist, and here to make another video. My name is Dylan, and there's a lot of other people on the internet talking about diet and disease and how to get rid of them. And I'm another one of those, but I am also full of all kinds of little secrets and tricks after being a 35-year pharmacist that the others don't know. I guarantee you nobody's going to tell you about this. This is about carpal tunnel and what to do if you have it. So if you've got carpal tunnel, if you're thinking about having that surgery, sorry, long COVID stuff. COVID's made me clear my throat a whole lot for a long time. So hopefully it'll go away someday. So anyway, this is your warning. Do not get that surgery. Try something else first. The surgery for carpal tunnel leaves you maimed for the rest of your life. I repeat that, maimed for the rest of your life. You will not have the hand strength to do anything. You won't be able to cut a carrot. Believe me, when I was union representative at the Naval Hospital, I represented a guy that wanted some, just some accommodation because he couldn't cut a carrot anymore because he had carpal tunnel surgery. The hospital, the manager of the kitchen was a jackass, and he didn't want to make any accommodations for the guy. So the guy went to court, got a lawyer. Next time we spoke, he was all full of accommodations. So anyway, don't put yourself in that position. You can get rid of your carpal tunnel, and you can keep your wrist, your grip strength. Now, what they do when they do the surgery is they cut. Gotta get to the right side here. They cut across here. They cut into your skin, and then they cut lengthwise. Let's see if I can do lengthwise. They do a lengthwise cut to the ligament that wraps itself around your wrist all the way around, and it holds your wrist together so that when you flex, all those little muscles there, it's hard to get this stuff on camera, all those little muscles there and up here to the wrist flex, and they press against this tendon that's wrapped around here, and that's what gives you your grip strength. It holds it together. If they cut that, your wrist just, the muscles just, it's hard to do this backwards. They just splay apart. You try to grip and your wrist spreads apart. Your wrist here gets wider, and you can see it just go. When you try to, I didn't have my pop filter on. I hope you didn't hear that. When you try to do anything, that's what happens, and you don't have strength for anything. But guess what? You don't need surgery. This is a device. Ta-da! From www.mycarpaltunnel.com. There it is, right there. mycarpaltunnel.com. So, see if I can find it right here in print really quick. No, there's too much stuff. There's 1, 2, and 3, and 4 pages of material, so I can't find it that fast. But they will tell you in here that they have a 95% success rate. And this is a device developed by physicians. And it is a FDA registered, what do they call them? Like artificial arms and legs device. What kind of device? Is that COVID brain again? Can't remember anything. Oh, for heaven's sake. Anyway, it's a FDA certified medical device. Now, this is FDA certified, so with each package, they send an insurance claim form. Now, they're not going to do the claim form for you, but if you send it in, your insurance company will pay for it, less your deductible. So it's a heck of a deal. The price is like $90 or $95 now, I think. I've been buying these for a decade. Boy, do they help. And the price has gone up like $10 in that decade. So, the price stays pretty good. That's a pretty darn good price for, it's a 6-week supply of a medical device. It's cheap. For medical stuff, this is cheap. Now, what you do is you wear this for 6 weeks. It's like every night for a few nights, and then it's like every other night, and then it's every third night, and then it's like once a week at the end, I think. But when you follow the directions, it takes 6 weeks. Now, that can last for years. The first time lasted me for 2 years. And if you don't challenge it all the time, if you don't put a lot of strain on the wrist anymore, like if you were a secretary and you use this and you're retired, if you're not typing all the time, you're not going to need it anymore, most likely. But if you're still exposed and you're still doing your typing every day or whatever, your mouse on your computer, excuse me, if you're doing all that stuff and still putting challenge to your wrist and it keeps getting bad over and over, it's easy. They have a year supply, which is for maintenance, and you just use one once a week. Personally, I don't do that. Not that good at maintenance things. I'm pretty bad at it. So what I do is if I can't get to sleep one night and I find myself doing this, then I realize, oh wait, that's carpal tunnel. The tingling and everything, it makes you do this, trying to get some relief. It doesn't work. But putting on one of these works. It's like your very own flux capacitor. See, those of you who know the movie Back to the Future, it's shaped like a flux capacitor when you put it on your hand. Okay, so there is this round hole in the back of the device. There you go. And when you put it on, you stretch it until that hole is oval. I stretch it further than you're supposed to. So it works like super fast overnight, maybe a second night. if it's pretty bad and stays around after the first night. Usually when I stretch it a little extra tight, it goes away in a day. So these are fabulous. Here's how you put them on. If you've got carpal tunnel and you call these people, you're going to be thanking me and them, because it's going to go away 95% of the time. Okay, so you put it around like this. See, there's the three things. And then you wrap them around your wrist and pull it. I don't want to waste one. And you pull it until it's tight. Well, you know what? I guess it's not a waste. I'm going to do one. I'm going to put one on right now, so you guys can see how this thing works. All right, so I drape it over the back of my hand, like this way, like so. All right, you put it just above your wrist where it bends. Put it just above there. Then you wrap these things, the bottom ones around your thumb like that, or under your thumb on this side. And then I just take my fingernail and rip it off. It rips off fairly easy. You can use scissors if you need to. And then I wrap the other side around over here, just under the butt of my hand here. And you can see I pull that sucker pretty tight. Not tight enough yet. There you go. Just about where the tapes are going to snap. Okay, and then I break them off short of the other one. You can't overlap them, or then they just put the pressure on each other, and they don't put the pressure on your wrist. Okay, now that's a little longer than I usually leave them. Let's get that on camera there. This one's a little longer. I think I'll tear him off a little bit. Well, he's stuck on there pretty good. And then you take the third one and you wrap it between your thumb and your index finger, and you give that one a good stretch, and then you break it off up here above the other two. So it looks like a flux capacitor. Can you see that? My camera's probably not that great. It's supposed to be high density, but so here's that one that comes over to here. There you see a glint of it. Comes over to here, and then this one comes up to here. If I can turn it the right way. And then this this one comes up to here, and it looks like a flux capacitor. Here's a very good illustration of it, and there you see how it's supposed to look. Okay, let's try to get that flat. My camera's a little tilted. There you go. There it is there. So, if you wear these things overnight, you know, if you can't sleep and you only sleep 4 hours, then leave it on for 8. Leave it on 6 to 8 hours, and it'll do its thing. So what this is doing is putting pressure this way, and pressure this way, and pressure this way, and you can feel it. It's tight, and it's pulling my skin in those 3 directions. So what is carpal tunnel? It's compression right here. And I think that's what it is. And there you go. There it is. Compression right up through here. So what you're doing is decompressing it with like a simple little cheap piece of plastic and tape, and it works. It's like 8 hours of decompression. So when you do this the first time, you're getting 8 hours every night, and then every other night, and then every 3 nights or so, decompressing this. When it's compressed, well, when I start to have any symptoms at all, then I put one on for a night, or maybe put one on for 2 nights until the problem goes away. So you can decompress a lot quicker than it causes to compress it. So this really works. I guarantee you that almost all of you will find that this thing works. It is fabulous, and it's cheap, and it stops you from mutilating yourself by going to that hand doc and having him just carve your body up and mutilate your hands. So I am forever grateful that I found this device, and I use them. I've been using them for over a decade. I'm a pharmacist, and I'm always typing the labels all the time, using the mouse. So I couldn't get away from it. And then after I got rid of it, my employer made it so we used our hands even more, because he came up with some stupid way to do things that made the pharmacist do the work the techs had been doing. So then I started using it every once in a while when it acted up on me. And I've been doing that ever since. I play, let's see, I do a lot of YouTube searches. You can find world's leading experts on YouTube in different topics. So you just have to find out what the credentials are for the person you're listening to. A medical person, I know a pig from a poke. So, or I know a pig in a poke. Yeah, there you go. That's the expression. I know a pig in a poke when I see one. And I know when medical theories are bad. And I knew all through the 80s those medical theories were bad. And that's why I do this. There's still hardly any doctors, and there's probably no pharmacists out there that are practicing 21st century medicine. And I'm not practicing medicine. I'm giving you supplement and nutritional advice, which has been well within the realm of pharmacists, health food store operators, or whoever. So this is not medicine. This is educating. I'm teaching people about things that are out there, over the counter, and food that work wonders. Miracle foods, miracle products. Remember, there's no detox. The only detox is your liver. So make sure to have your doctor check your liver. They don't do it unless you ask. If you ask, they'll say, sure. And you're likely going to find out that you got liver problems. If your liver enzymes are elevated at all, you're well on your way to liver problems. So if your liver problems aren't, liver enzymes aren't really low, mine went from 100 and I brought them down to low 20s. I don't think they can get any lower. So I've taken my liver from being fatty to being healthy. And even though I still have visceral fat, see if I can show you, my liver does not bulge beyond my sternum. It goes in. Right now, today I'm fasting. I've lost 3 pounds out of my guts, and I'm going to fast again today. That'll make it 6 pounds, and then I'm going to eat an all-fat meal that night to break my fast on the second night, and that keeps you in a state of your liver pumping out fat and obliterating it from your body. Remember, you need omega-9 fatty acids for that. So from this little fast, I'm going to lose about 10 pounds. That'll leave me 15 more pounds to go to get rid of my diabetes. Because at 215, it goes away from me, because I've done it before. So there's a world of wonderful things out there for you. And that's why I'm here. I won't make any money from this. I have really good retirement. My retirement, because I've got several retirements, is higher than the average household income. So my house is paid for. I'm doing okay. But I'm doing this because pharmacists have always given away medical advice, over-the-counter advice, for free. And I am firmly committed to the principles of being a pharmacist. Now, all these knuckleheads graduating now, they graduate as PharmDs, and they can't dispense prescriptions. They think their job should be to sit down and read charts and tell doctors what to do all the time. That's what we run into with new graduates when they come in. What they don't know is the real job of pharmacy is to get the product to the patient and see what goes out, see what everybody's getting, find mistakes the doctors are making that can be bad for the patient, can even kill the patient. I've stood between patient and doctor. Well, I've stood between the patient and death by a doctor more than once. So that is what pharmacists are for. They're there to keep the people on the right track, keep them healthy. And I'm here to tell you that most of the pharmacists, I haven't met a pharmacist that knows anything about new medicine. And there's very few doctors. There's not one in my state. But if you live in a city, you're going to find doctors advertising cure your diabetes or cure your heart disease or cure your blood pressure. They are the progressive docs that have learned, and it's not like progressive politicians, it's people that stay current with the latest medicine. And the latest medicine is not medicine. It's supplements and foods, diet, and it's cutting out the things, the pre-produced foods that are killing us. They are poison. I used to think, oh, a bunch of crap. What did I get? Fatty liver on my way to death. Fatty liver will kill you if you don't straighten out. So I had a death sentence there until a doctor told me, hey, I think you've got a fatty liver. So then I learned how to fix my liver. Then I started finding all these things, how to fix everything. So listen to me and listen to those people I've recommended, because the stuff is real. It is peer-reviewed, published, factual stuff. And, even my doctor is the old-fashioned kind. I told him about the inflammation theory, which is what all of this is behind. And he said, well, yeah, there's good evidence for that. And when I tell him about these supplements, he writes it down. He's a smart man. And I think he's going to learn more and more about this. I've given him, the names of the other people that are really active in this. And I think he's going to listen to those and use some of that in his practice. If he uses too much of it, he'll be unemployed because everybody will be totally healthy. But anyway, that's it for today for your 21st Century Pharmacist. Others claim it, but I'm the only one that really practices 21st century medicine. The other guys are still looking at, meds to treat things that I can tell you how to get rid of. So keep watching, watch the other guys, eat right, and watch your diseases disappear. I lost my heart disease, my nerve problems, my diabetes once, and it's going to be gone in about, a few more weeks. So keep it up and, pay attention, because this stuff is real. It is science. And I've got some little tricks for you using metabolic science to just peel the weight off. Like I said, from this fast, I'm going to lose 10 pounds. I guarantee it, because I've done it before. All right, well, keep watching. I've still got the big ones to come. Liver, nutrition, diabetes. I already did the plaques, so that's heart disease. Also, autoimmune diseases and leaky gut syndrome. I've got to cover that. That is another thing that's killing everybody. All right, well, anyway, those things are yet to come. Keep in touch, keep watching, and goodbye.